Hello, this is Conversa Solutions, and welcome to our walkthrough of adding multiple devices to your company using a CSV file. A quick note up top before we get into how to use the CSV files. Whenever you add devices using any method, whether a single upload or multiple using a CSV file, those devices will use up a license seat. Please make sure that you check your license count before adding devices to make sure that you have enough seats available. For more information on licenses, please check out our knowledge base, which will be linked in the description. In order to add devices using a CSV, first navigate to your company devices page, and then click the three dots button here, and then choose Actions via CSV. And this is the screen that you will be greeted with. If you are adding devices to your company, just choose Add to Company from the drop-down here. You can also remove from the company or send a command. Once you have chosen which you want to do, just click Next here to move on to the next screen. When you are on the second page, which is Options, the first drop-down is the License Selection screen. This is where you need to make sure that you choose a license that has an appropriate number of available seats for the devices that you wish to add. Beneath the license dropdown are additional options that vary depending on if the devices that you are uploading are Android or Apple. For Android devices, you can select the default manufacturer from this dropdown here. You can choose to upload them to Zero Touch. You can choose a preferred identifier to register, such as IMEI or serial number. And you can enter the model number here. If the devices are Apple devices, you can choose the default manufacturer, which would be iPad or iPhone. You can enter the model number, and you can choose the ADE, which is Automated Device Enrollment profile, if the company has been connected to Automated Device Enrollment. For more information on Automated Device Enrollment, please see our knowledge base. Once you have selected your license and filled out any options that you need, click Next to move on to the final page. The final page is where you can attach your CSV file, as well as download a sample CSV file that already has all of the fields formatted properly for Ensemble use. Once you open it, you will see that there are a handful of columns. Some of these are required, some of these are optional. The IMEI field is required if you are not using the serial number to identify the device. The IMEI2 field is optional, as not all devices have two IMEIs. The MEID is for the device MEID. If this is used, the IMEI will be calculated and assigned automatically. This is an optional field. The mechanical serial is the serial number of the device. This is required for Wi-Fi only tablets. The alias field is a device alias that you wish to associate with each particular device. This is optional, but can be helpful when keeping track of a large fleet of devices. The platform type is required. In this field, you can type either Android or Apple, depending on if it is an Android or Apple device. The manufacturer is the device manufacturer, such as Samsung or Motorola. This is optional. The model field is the model number of the device. This is also optional. The final column is account required. This is also a required column. In this column, you will either fill out false or true, depending on if you want there to be an account required to log into these devices. False if not, true if so. These are used for application users. For more information on application users, please see our knowledge base article that is linked in the description. Once you have attached the CSV file, check the box here at the bottom of the screen that says, I have the authority to manage these devices, and then finally, click the Upload Devices button in the bottom right corner. Once the CSV has been uploaded, the window will switch to the Results Summary tab, which shows the upload results. You can export the details as well by clicking the Download Upload Details button in the bottom right-hand corner. If you wish to remove devices using the CSV file rather than adding them, you can use the same series of steps, except at the very beginning, just simply choose Remove from Company instead of Add to Company. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to stay up to date with any future releases and tutorials. please feel free to reach out to us at support@ensemblemdm.com with any questions. Thank you and have a fantastic day.